The following video is a regular guy in his white tee talking about video games. White tee Steve is not a professional, nor does he claim to be one. He's not that good. If you see yourself getting upset about his gameplay, I advise you to stop being a little bitch. It's just a game. Recently, I've been seeing a lot of discussions on how video games have been getting more and more boring. No matter what you play, you just can't get that same excitement back from your childhood. Like the first slice from a loaf of bread that no one's ever gonna touch, gaming has gotten stale. Now some are not me, and me is not some. But I can't deny that video games have been getting easier because they definitely have been. They throw yellow paint everywhere like a YouTube thumbnail and give you clues to puzzles when you didn't even ask. Personally, I don't have a problem with this. I got better things to bitch about like back pain and my nephew's not respecting me, but I get the frustration. You want to be the one that discovers the secret wall behind a pillar. You want to be the one that finds out the order of the rings that you have to jump through so you can get that final skull and unlock Hayabusa armor. You want to feel like that guy. And I get that. Having your hand held throughout the whole experience isn't the most exciting thing out there, but having the option to just turn off your brain and enjoy a little walk in the park is nice sometimes. Hey, if this is what you're looking for, more power to you. But you can't tell me that video games are getting more boring when you haven't even played everything. Or maybe you have. To you, the viewer, yes, Hello Kitty Island Adventure might be a walk in the park, but to some poor soul, that island adventure might as well be Guantanamo Bay. There's levels to this virtual landscape, and not everything will stimulate you. If you've been playing a certain genre of games for years, then of course you'll start feeling a little bored. It's only natural. You need something challenging that's going to stimulate your senses, like 5 Gum. Yeah, there's ways to do that in whatever you're playing, like upping the difficulty or maybe even doing a challenge run. But you'll never get that original excitement back. No matter how much you polish that badge, you'll never get back its original shine. And that's fine. That shows growth. That shows progression. And with all that development, it's time to take the leap and experience new things. Ladies and gentlemen, in the year of 2024, we are in a golden age of fighting games. There's so many options to choose from that I'm sure you'll find the game that's right for you or your subscription back. Like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. Please comment too. From slow and steady gameplay to when do I get to play this game? There's a wide range of fighting games to pick from, and it's up to you to find out which one is your best fit. Fighting games vary so much from game to game that playing one or two won't show you everything that they have to offer. You should experience different styles of fighting games to see what feels right. First-person shooters have a ton of different games, but for the most part, it's all the same. Get in a lobby, talk shit to someone of the opposite race, shout out to the First Amendment, pull a trigger, and hide behind a wall. You can go from Call of Duty to Battlefield, Halo, or Fortnite, and most of your skills will transfer over pretty well, with some exceptions. Sure, there's still a learning curve, but it's not too bad from game to game. Fighting games, just like shooters, are not a one-size-fits-all. It's more like a snapback that you can't find the right hole for, so you just have to keep adjusting and hope you don't look stupid at the end of the day. There are different genres of fighting games, so it's important to find out what kind of game do you like. To do this, you have to ask yourself some questions. Do you like anime and the power of friendship? Try Arena Fighters. Do you have an obsession with weapons, but not the creepy kind? Try a weapon-based game, 2D or 3D. Do you want to play your grandpa's fighting games? Well, Capcom's got you. Do you like high blood pressure, depression, and an endless cycle of pain all bundled into one? Play Tekken 8. In all seriousness, there's so many options that as long as you keep looking, you'll find something that sticks. And in some cases, you'll like more than one for a completely different reason. I love playing Smash Ultimate with the boys, but if you ask me to play online, call me Charmin Ultra cause your boy just went soft. I also love Mortal Kombat, been here since MK4, but I have more fun playing the story than I do playing online for the past 2 games. It's tough being an NRS fan sometimes. There's plenty of reasons to pick up a fighting game, whether it's story, characters, or its overall playstyle. But at the end of the day, it's all about putting virtual hands on virtual bodies. With consent, of course. You can ask anyone in the fighting game community what makes fighting games enjoyable to them, and you'll get so many different answers. There's story, customization, characters, combos, competition, smurfing if you're a weirdo, and the list goes on. For me, it's a little bit of everything. But mostly, I like putting virtual hands on virtual bodies. Taking everything you did in practice and putting hands on an actual person is one of the best feelings ever. Making someone understand that they're not that guy is what gives me purpose. I feel like a lion praying over a young gazelle that's unaware of the flow in the circle of life.
Now I can say I've never seen an animal with rabies, but trust me, I know what an animal with rabies feels like.
Shock the bitch! Shock the bitch! Shock the bitch!
That's the bright side of fighting game. We're having a good time, we're winning, we're on a streak, we're doing combos in a little goofy outfit. Everything feels great, right? Just remember, every dream comes to an end, and the nightmare begins. Getting worked over and over and over is your rite of passage in a fighting game. If you aren't getting mixed like someone's trying to churn butter, you're doing something wrong. If you ain't getting tossed like some salad at Olive Garden, you're doing something wrong. If you ain't getting touched up like a cop doing stop and frisk, you're doing something wrong. It's in these moments that you know you're making actual progress. Sure, the depression, frustration, and the feeling of not being worthy might be heavy at the moment, but these reps will get you stronger. Sometimes, you might have to sit down, look at what went wrong, and adapt. Adapting to someone is what takes your game to the next level, and it's pretty satisfying to do. Overcoming that person that you know isn't better than you even though they won the set without dropping around is what inventing the wheel must have felt like. You feel like you took the limitless pill, and everything they throw at you is a waste of time. Shout out to UI Goku. Think about Aang going into the Avatar state. Think about Thanos when he got the Mind Stone. Yeah, that's right. You're the captain now. Now every match isn't going to be washed or get washed, no disrespect to the old heads. Sometimes, you'll meet someone online that's your equal. Everything going back and forth like an intense woman tennis match at Wimbledon. Everything you throw out, counter. Everything they throw out, counter. They run down your shit and you come back next round and run down their shit. Everything you learn is put to the test here, and it feels like one mistake will be your last. This is the fight you've been looking for. You found the Vegeta to your Goku, the Sub-Zero to your Scorpion, the Ken to your Ryu. Sometimes, you'll get what I like to call the match. This is the pinnacle of fighting games, and what makes playing worth it, at least for me. Seeing the game come down to the last round of the last set with two equally matched players, chef's kiss, especially at the highest level. It's like an intense MMA or boxing fight that keeps your eyes glued to the screen knowing that the finish could come at any moment. For the players, it's equally, if not more exciting. Every part of your body, just like 5-Gum, is stimulated. Hearing, sight, touch, smell, and making your opponent taste his knuckle fucking sandwich? Fighting games are the purest form of 1v1 me, bro. It brings something out of you that you won't find in any other game. It gives you the biggest sense of satisfaction once you see yourself moving up that rank ladder and overcoming the frustrations. In fighting games, there's no one to carry you but you. No one to blame, no one to call ass if you lose a round, none of that. It all comes down to you getting good or getting smoked, and I'm rolling up. The FGC or fighting game community is worldwide. In any and every corner of the world, you'll be able to find a local match. But if that's not what you're looking for, if you're looking for the best of the best, you look towards one place. The biggest spectacle in all of fighting games where the world's best compete to become gods in the FGC. I can only be talking about one place, and that place is EVO. There is nothing more hype and high level than EVO. I urge everyone to watch it when it comes around because it's just that special. The energy you get from the crowd, the players, the commentary, all of it. You'll see everything at EVO, from comebacks, pop-offs, seeing your favorite player get eliminated early, and my personal favorite, the reset. EVO moments are some of the most hype shit I've ever seen, fighting game wise, and you don't really know what's gonna happen throughout the weekend. The only thing I can guarantee is when that bracket gets to top 8, get ready to witness some of the best matches you've ever seen. If you're still not convinced after everything I've talked about, I want you to do one thing before you write off fighting games for good. Watch EVO.